Buddy, tonight I'm going to do a review on this knife here. Do not adjust your computer screens or television sets. It is a Spyderco. Alright, let's open this up and see what we got here. Or we could look down here. No, that's no fun. It's pink! This is the Spyderco Native 5. Check that out. Check out that side. Put this up here for y'all to look at. And I did initially get this because it was pink, but I did fall in love with it. This is a great knife. Well, let's get into this and we'll discuss it. It 1, 2, 3 inches of S35 VN. It's got that this kind of really good Spidey hole on it. I've been poo-pooing the Spidey hole for a long time. I've been starting to like it a lot more if I could ever get it open left-handed. I hate the Spidey hole. No, there it goes. I love it. Check out the blade. I like this little swedge up here. It's just a kind of a micro swedge they cut out of the top just to make it interesting looking. Very stabby, very slicey. S35 VN. It's going to last you a while. It's not going to do anything bad to you. Wear resistance, everything. That's a great steel for a knife. Alright, let's check this out. On the handle, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of this FRN, this pink FRN, which is just basically glass-filled nylon. It's very grippy, very grabby, very plasticky feeling. More plasticky than the G10, but that doesn't bother me. This is kind of a Endura, what's the other one? What's the small one? The Delica kind of feel to it. And also that Manix 2 lightweight feel to it. So we got a closed construction. We got this cool back lock here. Very secure. This thing doesn't move or anything. All closed up. There's a little Spidey logo here. Can you see the Spidey logo? Turn it that way. Alright. Now the cool thing, one of the cool things, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to carry it. You can carry this thing any way you want to. So that works out nicely. It's got an awesome lanyard hole area there. And check this out. I was carrying this without the lanyard, but without the lanyard, it still presents a good grip, and it's not even on that forward position. In the forward position, it's even more comfortable for more intricate use. But even back here, if you're going to do some kind of vegetable chopping or whatever, I wouldn't chop into wood or anything, but whittling or anything, you're up here on this. Very secure. It's got enough of protective area there. Even my chunky fingers don't have to worry about getting cut. And back here, it's still comfortable enough to use. You don't have to worry about it sliding out. And the lanyard may help a little bit, just as far as giving your little hand a little bit of rest there, but it's not needed unless it's just used for pulling out of the pocket and sweet decorations, which I like. Alright, let's see what else we can talk about here. Oh, it's got something called a bushing pivot system, and what I think that is, to the best of my knowledge, and they used a lot of big words on the diagram, what I think it is instead of the pivot screw going directly through the blade hole and screwing in the other side, I think what it is there's a bushing it goes through. So you stick the pivot screw through here, and then the blade kind of pivots on that bushing and doesn't actually pivot on the pivot screw itself. So what that creates is a situation where you don't have to constantly tighten or lock tight down your pivot. One of the complaints that I was reading about was that also means that you can't super tighten this bad boy down to super stiffness. But one of the pluses is you never have to keep adjusting it. You can take it apart pretty easily and not have to worry about fiddling with it until you get it just perfect again, because it kind of just falls into place once you put it back together. Alright. There you go. Let's see what else we got. Let's weigh this bad boy real quick. See what we're looking at. I believe it's in pocket chunker status. I'm going to go with a pocket chunker bet on this. Oh yeah, 2.5 ounces with the fro. So let's say 2.4 ounces. That's nothing. That's awesome. You know, it's got a nice 3-inch blade for a pocket chunker weight. Oh, that's a sweet EDC knife. That's going to the beach in your Speedo. Well, maybe not your... No. But seriously, 2.5. Oh, my European friends, I'm sorry. I'm getting kind of rusty on this. I'll get better as I get along. Let's see here. 71 grams. That's not much at all for the Europeans out there and non-American folks. So what you got here is a good grip, nice EDC, great weight, super steel, great action on this thing. That bushing system really helps. I'm guessing that's what that is, because this thing drops and closes. See, let's see if I can get this sideways without an issue. It's not stiff at all. Thwacks open. 4-way carry. Now what I want to do is get in here and show you one thing that kind of compares to. It's kind of like a junior Mannix, the Mannix LLW lightweight. That's really what it feels like, and it kind of looks like there. Can you see the similarities? So if you like this one and you want something a little bit smaller, maybe for your small-handed friends, or just somebody looking for an awesome pocket chunker, then this is it. This has got the CTS XHP. And the thing is, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, he just likes it because it's pink, and that's true. I love this thing. I love the pink. But even if it was in this gnarly brown color, I would still like it because of how it feels. And just the way it thwacks open, and it feels secure with that back lock. You don't have to worry about it closing on you. You got a really secure pocket chunker. 2.5 ounces is doodah. You can't hardly find anything with that kind of steel and that kind of security for 2.5 ounces. Let's put this away. I'm going to bring out a couple other ones here, other knives that are kind of in that same category for substantial pocket chunkers. What I'm going to start out with is Benchmade grip Tilian. You know, it's right in that price range, let's just say $85 to $100 or so price range. And you're not going to beat this for opening. You can't beat the Benchmade. And even the security on the lock and closing. And this is fun to flick. But as far as usefulness, once you get over the flicking stuff, it's going to be tough to beat. And this Benchmade is 20 CV steel on this blade. So we're not going to compare the steels. But most of the Benchmades come with the more inexpensive Benchmades come with that 154 cm. And this just blows that 154 cm out of the water as far as just the type of steel it is. Now the action on this is just exemplary. Let's see what it weighs. 81 grams and 2.86 ounces. So let's just say 2.8, 2.75, something like that. So it's a little bit heavier. This is a great pocket chunker. However, this one really compares. And actually, in my hand, this is more comfortable than the Benchmade. Now, is it a better knife? That's going to be purely speculative and subjective, depending on what you like. But if I had to choose one of these, I would still choose this one. I just like the way this one feels. And I know, get the children out of the room, the cursing's about to start because we're not done yet. Alright, let's close this one up. Definitely remember this one. This is the Boca Patriot. Same kind of idea. That FRN scale. This has got 154 cm, I believe. Let's check that out before you call me a liar. 154 cm. It's got a nice blade on there. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, right at almost 3.5 inches of that 154 cm, and it's super light. 2.47, so let's just say 2.35, something like that, with the lanyard on there. However, and the grip on this is nice. You're not going to lose your grip on this, and it feels good. But as far as usefulness of the blade, look at the difference in the way that blade sweep is. This just feels like you're going to get more ability to slice or even chop up, camp food or whatever you're going to do with this thing. And this thing, it's almost because of the way its handle is. Now, if you're going to sit here and do this with it, it's not bad. And you got a little choil area here. But as far as usefulness, you can't beat this. The Boker Patriot's not going to beat this. I know. I'm going through all the great standards, and I'm taking Spyderco over them. What's the world coming to? All right, now here's the one. Yeah, I don't know about this. The Mini Lawman. Oh, you say. CTS XHP steel with the DLC coating on that blade. Let's check out how long this is. This is 1, 2, about 2 3/4 inches, 2.5 inches, right around there. Let's check the weight on this before we start comparing the two and losing friends. Alright, so you're looking at let's just say 2.4 ounces and 70 grams. So it's right there with the Native 5. But this is an awesome knife, and this is the kind of knife that's never going to fail on you. It's got that triad lock, the XHP steel. You know, you got it here. Now this turns into kind of a 3-finger knife unless you got this lanyard. Up here, it's a little bit better. But as far as overall usefulness, and just if you're looking at weight and usefulness and just the blade shape, and everybody's going to hate me, I guess, you know what, I measured the blade wrong on this. Let's look at the actual blade length on this. 1, 2, about 2.5 inches. So it's really comparable as far as the usefulness of the blade. If you look at that, all is measuring back here, so it's giving it a little extra. However, they both feel very useful, and this one's never ever going to close on you, and close in. But I don't know. I love cold steel, and I think at the end of the day, if I had to choose one, I'm going to choose. Which one would you choose? Leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.